It's a Friday. Yeah. Welcome, one and all, to the greatest show on ice. A Nerd Avengers stream. And we're going to try something a little different today. You hear me? You hear me, you motherfuckers? You motherfuckers? We're going to try to talk about positive things. We're going to try to talk about things that I'm looking forward to. We're going to try to talk about things that are not like the sky's falling, Din Djarin's gonna die, Mando's no good anymore, Star Wars is completely effed, Guardians of the Galaxy tracking lower than the second movie, Marvel major problems, everything bad, sky falling. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of that shit. So today we're gonna put on the blinders. We're gonna try to ignore a lot of the crazy shit that is going on. And we're going to get super hyped up about the possibilities. The possibilities, ladies and gentlemen, the possibilities. There are actually a lot of crazy rumors out there about Star Wars and Marvel that I am actually genuinely excited about. And so I want to give you my top 5. That's right, the top 5 favorite nerdy rumors that I have, and we're going to dig into each one, and we're going to talk about why I really like it. I'll open it up to the chat as well, and you guys can say why you don't like it, and I'll tell you why you're wrong. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a real good time. Hey, by the way, show notes, just so everybody's on the same page. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., we're doing Saturday morning cartoons. If you are a Nerdvenger member, come on by tomorrow morning and watch some cartoons with us. I'm not even sure what we're going to watch, to be honest with you. A couple of different things I've been thinking about, including even maybe like some Warhammer stuff, right? So we'll see. We'll make a decision together with everybody that shows up tomorrow morning. We'll have some cereal, we'll have some coffee, we'll have some blinkers, and we'll make up our minds. Also, I have a stream today at 2 p.m., a Prime member stream. And it's going to be a good one. I'm actually going to be talking a lot about the comic book, my comic book today on the Prime stream, because I have some really cool stuff to show you guys, and also some massive updates to that process and some things that I've been thinking about. So that'll be very, very freaking cool. So come on by for 2 p.m. for that. Other than that, I have a video coming out later today talking about the new updates to the Star Wars movies, because of course there was stuff that happened at Celebration, and then there was a lot of context that I wanted to give to everything, but we've got even more information now via Kathleen Kennedy doing some interviews, via Dave talking about some stuff, John talking about some stuff, and a big spread, a big article that the Hollywood Reporter did as well that's also talking about some really crazy things going on with the Star Wars movies and with Lucasfilm. So that video will drop later today before the 2 p.m. stream, I think. So that's kind of what we have going on. Now, for today, we're going to talk about a couple of brief things. Then we're going to get into my top 5 favorite nerdy rumors. And then we're going to get into Q&A. And then I do want to try to get at least a couple of call-ins in today. There's just been so much going on. And I know there's so many different feelings and emotions about, you know, like what is going on with Star Wars, what's going on with Marvel, etc. So I figured it would be a good time to have a few call-ins, which again, you have to be a Nerdvenger member to get access to that part of the Discord, and that's going to be cool. That's going to be cool. So, shall we begin? Shall we begin? Oh, gambling needs turned on. Okay, let's get this done. Chet. Initiate the gambling. Boom. There it is. There it is, mother truckers. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, let the fiends gamble, huh? Everybody's like, gotta get it going on. As long as nobody releases all kinds of fucking wins all kind of nerd coin, we're good. We can keep it moving. Okay, so couple of different things that I wanted to talk about before we get into my top 5 favorite stuff. And if there's some other stuff that you guys want to talk about, of course, you can bring it up as well. But I wanted to first bring up something that genuinely got me at a time when, frankly, I was pretty down. And I didn't like episode 7 of The Mandalorian season 3. There's cool stuff that happens in it. Okay, you don't have to yell at me. I just personally didn't like it. And I was feeling really down about that. I'm feeling really down about, Star Wars and things of that nature. And I was like, damn it, man, I might be done with Star Wars again. But then I saw this little gem. It's pretty cool. And it made me realize just how good Star Wars can be when it's really good. Okay? When it's really good, Star Wars can be really good. And I think that's really what we're all here for. So let's check this out. So this is from episode 7, and this is the End Zealot, who I think is Babu. Okay? And this might be one of the funniest things I've ever seen / heard in Star Wars. So a lot of people have been talking about this online. But actually, let me put the screen up a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay. So you tell me, chat, what you hear here.
Oh, it's crazy.
Well,
Okay, so it's really in that last part. Okay?
Oh, it's crazy.
well,
Oh, it's crazy.
well,
Oh, it's crazy.
It's after the no squeezy part. Does anybody what do you guys hear? Like, what do you think? What do you think? Yeah, dude, he literally says, "I'm out, motherfucker." And it's brilliant. It's incredible. Oh, it's unbelievable, dude. Yeah, look, we'll play it again. We'll play it again so you guys can hear it. Check it out.
Oh, it's crazy.
well,
Oh, it's crazy.
well,
Oh my God, dude, it's amazing. It's amazing. So, faith in Star Wars absolutely restored. There's also, I wanted to show you this, even though I don't think this is actually what they're doing. You remember how they had those birds and they brought those birds back? We were all wondering, like, oh man, I wonder what's going to happen with those birds, you know? Check this shit out, bro. Like, look at this. Like, come on, man. So, basically made me feel like, despite some of my criticisms, and despite where some of, the Star Wars fan base and Lucasfilm and everything, it's kind of a messy, right? But there were just a couple things that happened yesterday that really warmed my heart. That just really made me feel like, you know what, Star Wars? You still got it. You still got it. From, I'm out, motherfucker, to frying these birds. Roasting them over a fire. Ugh, dude. Perhaps I judged you too harshly. Episode 7. Perhaps I judged you too harshly. So, there's that. There's a couple other things going on. I guess we should talk about this shit. Remember, I want you to remember, we're keeping it positive today, and we're trying to have a good time, and we want to get the energy flowing, and we don't want to linger on anything too negative, okay? But I gotta talk about this. So, I'm sure you guys saw this, right? I'm sure you guys saw this online. This is Brandon Wayne, who is one of the actors that actually plays The Mandalorian. So The Mandalorian is played, actually, somebody brought this up to me. I think it's fair to say maybe 3 people. The character scenes themselves are played by 2 people, and then I do think there is a strict stuntman person. So it's actually 3 people that are in rotation, and then Pedro does the voice. Occasionally, Pedro will come in and do like some scenes himself too. I think he did a lot more of that in season 1 and 2, to be honest with you. I don't think he did any of that in season 3. So we've all been wondering, of course, what is going to happen in the last episode of The Mandalorian. I've been telling you guys for a while that there's probably going to be something pretty crazy that happens. I've been told it'll be more controversial than The Last Jedi, but just remember, we're keeping it positive today, so shut your goddamn mouth. And then look at this. This next episode is going to make you wish you hadn't asked for more. It might just hurt too much. Yeah. Some people think he's trolling. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the polls. Let's see what you guys think. Is Din gonna die? Let's just see. See what you guys think. See what you guys think. Hurt too much. Yeah. Yeah. It might just hurt too much. There's also comments that were made by... Let me see if I can find these. There were also comments made by Dave Filoni about the ending. Let me see if I can find this, actually. Man, where's the article? Because Dave said some pretty wild stuff. Okay, let me see here. Dave Filoni talks Mando season 3 finale. Okay. Let's hear what Dave said, okay? Hang on. Hang on there. Okay. So the title says, Star Wars The Mandalorian, Dave Filoni says fans will be satisfied with season 3 finale. Okay, here's what he says here. You give me a reaction to this, chat. I'm really curious as to what you guys think of this. I hope they really enjoyed it, laughs. I think they'll have a lot to think about, Filoni added. They'll have a lot to take in, and I think with any good ending, there's a moment you're in it when you're cheering and you feel satisfied, but then there's a little bit after that where you think back at all the things that happened. Maybe you start to put them together in a different way, and you realize it's an ending. But there are other things happening out there in the galaxy that now you know more about. That is a pretty interesting. By the way, that is a very Filoni thing to say. Filoni is like a Sith Lord with the way that he answers questions. It's really interesting, right? I'll read it again for you guys. I hope they really enjoy it. Laughs. I think they'll have a lot to think about, Filoni added. They'll, the fans, have a lot to take in. And I think with any good ending, there's a moment you're in it when you're cheering and you feel satisfied. But then there's a little bit after that where you think back at all the things that happened. Maybe you start to put them together in a different way and you realize it's an ending. But there are other things happening out there in the galaxy that now you know more about. I mean, what do you guys think that means? I just think that's such an odd... You realize it's an ending. Why emphasize that if something isn't changing / coming to a close? Sure, yeah. Yeah, so I'll tell you one thing. I don't know if this is the right title for this article, bro. I don't know if that's what I would put. Like, this is like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird, right? Like, if I got this answer, I don't know if I would write a title that says that Dave said fans will be satisfied with the season 3 finale. Am I crazy here? Like, am I crazy here? Because he literally said there's a moment where you're cheering and you feel satisfied, but then there's a little bit where you think back to all the things that happened. Maybe you start to put them together in a different way and you realize it's an ending. What? Okay, well, it looks like 60% of you guys think Din is going to die. I don't know for sure. I've told you guys for a long time. I'm not sure on this. I've heard some different things. I think he probably... let me just say this. I would not be surprised at all if he died. Yeah, he's talking about post-nut clarity. Dude, brilliant. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. I think either way, we're about to see a pretty crazy finale for probably multiple reasons. At this point, there's too much smoke. There's been too much weirdness. I'm like I want to see it, obviously. And I hope that it's really good. You know what I mean? Like, I hope it's a really solid episode, regardless of what might happen for certain characters. I hope that the episode's great. But you know how I feel about this season, and you know how I feel about Star Wars. Now, moving on, there's a rumor out there, and I don't know if this is true, but there's a rumor out there that this episode will be 38 minutes long, which is also kind of interesting. I don't think that's like right down the middle. That's not so short that I think people are going to be really, really butthurt about it. But it's certainly not long enough for people to be like really like excited based on the length, like talking about like, oh, dude, this is going to be awesome. Let's go. And yeah, so I don't know. I'll tell you this. I hope it's not shorter than 38 minutes. I certainly hope it's not shorter than 38 minutes. That would be a damn shame. And I think we'll have a lot to talk about next week. Regardless of where you're at with The Mandalorian currently and all that, I think we're going to have some stuff to talk about next week. So, yeah. Okay, couple other things going on in Marvel land, guys. The only real big thing that I wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk a little bit about Guardians 3, Volume 3. Because we have long-range projections for the movie right now. Okay, the projections will change. There's a couple of different things that will change the projections for box office. Number one, how it's critically received, how some of that buzz happens. That will affect it. It's possible there'll be some new marketing material, maybe some new things revealed. That'll affect it as well. But for now, and let me see if I can pull this up. For now... 3 weeks out from release, the first round of box office tracking from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 predicts an opening weekend below its 2017 predecessor. So this is from the Wrap. And we can kind of look into this. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 sets course for $125 million plus opening weekend and early box office projections. James Gunn's Swan Song, Marvel Swan Song, is on track to trump his 2014 debut, but come in below the 146.5 opening of Volume 2. So it's currently sitting at like 125 to 130 million. And again, we'll know more when we get a little bit closer. I guess I just wonder what you guys think about this movie and about like the buzz for this movie. Because I'm currently in a spot where I don't know. I guess I'm excited to see the movie. It's weird to say that. I guess I'm excited to see the movie. Like, I guess that probably means I'm not that excited to see the movie, right? It's a weird thing because I expect the movie to be really good. I expect to enjoy myself, to get in there, have these familiar Guardians characters, and see where the story goes from there. But I don't know if I could use the word hyped for this film. Do you know what I mean? And I think that it's a movie that exists out of time. Oh, I was definitely excited for Quantumania. Somebody brought that up in chat. Absolutely, man. The trajectory on Quantumania for me was really interesting because it was like a roller coaster where like there were points where I was like so damn excited for Quantumania, and then there were points where I'd hear something and I'd be kind of down on the movie. A lot of you guys that watch me pretty regular, you know this. Like I went through a roller coaster ride of emotions going into that film. Tried to sort of curb my expectations like a couple of weeks out because it was reportedly getting really crushed by the critics, etc., etc. But yeah, I was definitely way more hyped up for Quantumania than I am this movie. I mean, Quantumania was supposed to be the movie where we meet Kang and we understand more about the multiversal saga. We get answers for what's going on in Phase 5. And to a degree, that is accomplished in that movie, but the movie's buttholes. You know what I mean? The movie's buttholes, but it does still accomplish those things. When it comes to Guardians, this is a film that feels like it probably should have even come out before Thor, Love and Thunder. And I believe that was originally the plan, right? Before Disney fired James Gunn, of course they bring him back to do this, but before they fired him, that was the whole thing, right? Was this movie had already been written. I remember a lot of the cast like sticking up for James Gunn and basically saying like, well, we at least better use his script. I think even Chris Pratt or somebody said, I'm not coming back if we don't use his script or something like that. Like, you remember? So essentially this is a movie and a story that's just been sitting there for a long, long time. And James goes over and does his DC stuff with the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, and then comes back and like makes this movie. Now, this movie has nothing to do with the multiverse. I think James has been pretty forward about that in the interviews and things of that nature. It has nothing to do with that. So it essentially feels like what I'm sure will be a really good movie, but a movie that's kind of out of time. I'm ready to see where the F we're actually going with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is partially in the sense of the multiverse, but it's also the Earthbound shit. Like a lot of the stuff that's happening next year with Captain America, with Thunderbolts, with Daredevil are really intriguing to me. I'm quite excited to see how that all develops the Earthbound side of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like growth within that universe. But from what we understand it, like this movie is going to be pretty isolated from all of that. I mean, I think it's probably going to be isolated from like everything, right? So it's weird because I don't have strong feelings about the movie either way. I feel like I'm going to, I'm doing my part as an MCU fan and I'm going to go check it out. And I expect it to be pretty good, man. Like, even though I don't like Volume 2, it's one of my like least favorite MCU movies. It's kind of grown on me a little bit, and the story of these characters is really, really interesting as it is told in the Guardians movies, but also in Infinity War and Endgame. They have like really interesting beats there. So I want to know what happens next, but there's just no hype. It really feels like this weirdly executed thing. Like this movie coming out now is weird. Right? A lot like Black Widow, right? And I wonder if that'll be reflected in the box office for the movie. I wonder if we're finally going to see that comic book movie fatigue is actually real, and it's a real thing, and it's going to affect this movie. But it kind of feels bad. Again, we're being very positive today. It's a total positive stream. But I would say that as a Marvel fan, it's a little bit rough. If this movie underperforms, and then who knows what's going to happen with the Marvels, right? The Marvels could be incredible and could crush. It could be a literal dumpster fire. Who knows? But it's like, dude, what a tough year, like, for Marvel in the movie theaters. Ant-Man did what it did. If this movie underperforms and doesn't even make as much as Volume 2, like, oof, that's rough. And then whatever happens with the Marvels, like, that's also going to be pretty rough, man. So it's like, damn, like this is it's kind of an interesting one. I'm curious though, what do you guys think? Like, where's your hype level for the movie? What do you think about Guardians Volume 3? Like, what do you think about Guardians Volume 3, chat? Where are you at with this? Everything is fine. I'm gonna go with that, Carl. Nines. 10, 2, 6, 7, 5. Low hype equal better result. Oh yeah, possibly. I can't argue with that. A lot of high scores though. I think a lot of high scores, but I think a lot of mid scores too. You know. Don't think about it too much. Can we see the Dragon Ball shirt? That's about all I can do. I'm feeling real lazy today, bruh. That's about all I got. Would be so wrong to kill Din with him being sidelined this season. We will cross that bridge when they murder him next week. Fellow Asmon enjoyer, check out the new reaction to woke characters on YouTube. It's all about Star Wars. Yeah, I did actually watch that video. Maybe we'll check that out sometime. I don't know if we're gonna do it today though. It's decent. It's a decent video. Like Asmon's reaction, I don't know, man. It's a weird one though, because I feel like Asmon like objects to a lot of the video, and therefore, yeah, I don't know. Watch Theory's new vid. What's it about? I don't know if I'm feeling watching some vids today, y'all. Which Guardians do you think will die? Drax. Drax, and I think that's it. Just Drax. Marvel's doing better or worse than Quantum Mini at the box office? Ooh, that's a good question. I really don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see as we get a little bit closer to that movie, right? I mean, the trailer seemed good. I think a lot of people liked the trailer. We'll just see where the marketing goes from there. I mean, I felt like Rolling Stone did an article either yesterday or the day after that was talking about how, you know, all these Marvel fans like just say you hate women and get it over with and leave and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That'll really help the discourse. That'll be fantastic. Not Rocket? No, I don't think so. I don't think Rocket's gonna die. I think there was a version of the movie where Rocket died, but I don't think that's gonna be the final version of the movie. Do people still see Marvel movies multiple times in theaters? They do for some Marvel movies. Like, I think No Way Home got a lot of repeat viewing. I think Multiverse of Madness got a lot of repeat viewing. I would even argue that Wakanda Forever's got a lot of repeat viewing, but I don't think Ant-Man did. I don't think Ant-Man. Why must only the men die? I don't think it's really anything like that, to be honest. Can I ask, how are the Disney Plus numbers doing on these movies? I mean, how are the Disney Plus numbers doing on these movies? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Like, are you saying the fact that it releases on Disney Plus, is that like hurting the people going to see the movie multiple times? Well, one of the... I don't know how to answer that, because Disney just did this thing where they're no longer going to drop movies on Disney Plus after their theatrical window. So Quantum Mini is the first movie that's going to go out into digital, airplanes, hotels, all that bullshit first. It's very David Zaslav of them. And to be honest with you, like, I'm low-key kind of pissed about it. And I don't even want to watch that movie. But I think one of the value propositions of Disney Plus was you get the movies like Avatar 2. I can't watch Avatar 2 on Disney Plus. It's going to go on digital. It's going to go all these other places, and then it's going to arrive on Disney Plus. Well, that kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't feel great. And I'm already at a place where I'm like, man, Disney Plus, like, ugh. So, I don't know, man. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But I just wanted to talk about the Guardians 3 projections and kind of get your take on it. It's going to be interesting. The movie's a couple of weeks away. Again, like, obviously I'll see it. We'll talk about it. But I just genuinely do not have a lot of hype around that movie. I am personally way more excited for a lot of the stuff that is coming out next year. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where my wheelhouse, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I am excited, of course, about Loki Season 2, and Secret Invasion looks pretty cool. So hopefully those will be like really, really great quality stuff, and we can just get excited about that, and that'll carry us through for some time. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's get into some rumors, ladies and gentlemen. And I wonder if any of you guys can guess my top 5. And we're going to go one at a time. But here's the thing. So there have been a ton of rumors that we've talked about over the course of like last year into even today, right? Like just rumors. Big crazy things that Marvel and Star Wars are doing. I don't have any DC stuff on here. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't have any DC stuff on this list. It's just the fact that nothing is really concrete over there yet, and I'm not excited for any of this stuff that's like really, really announced. So nothing on there of that. But there is Star Wars and there is Marvel. Okay? And let's start with number 5. Can you guess my 5th favorite rumor that is out there when it comes to Star Wars and Marvel? Can anybody guess? Anybody? 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 Sentry, Tom Cruise. Babu is dead? Kathy Kennedy fired? No, that's not on the list, actually. We're being positive today. Doctor Doom? John leaving? No. Ben Solo resurrect? Actually, Bismo got it. Bismo got it. And I'll just get right into it. It is literally bringing Kylo Ren, a.k.a. Ben Solo, back in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so let's get into this. Now, look, not all of you have to agree. I bet some of you think it's lame. You know? Let me know. Let me know how you're feeling. But to be honest, man, it's the only thing about the Rey movie, and it's like, let's just be clear on this. This is like the most rumory of rumor things. Okay? So I have heard some stuff for some very reliable people, but like not enough that can like, I don't feel very confident in the rumor. If I had to be honest with you, I'd probably give it like a 60-40% chance. 40% chance it doesn't happen. 60% chance it happens. That's kind of where I'm at with it, okay? And I have really not much else to sort of get interested in or excited about with the Rey film. But on the flip side of that, if Ben comes back, if he is resurrected, to me, that implies some really, really interesting things happening. Like, the sequel trilogy does some kind of like interesting things, but at the end of the day, it usually plays it safe when it could have gone absolutely bananas. Palpatine coming back is a good example of this. There are all sorts of ways they could have brought Palpatine back. There's all sorts of things they could have done. And I heard that JJ even had some pretty interesting ideas that were ultimately just abandoned to do something really basic AF with his, you know, resurrection claw machine bullshit. Right? So, I don't know, like, to me, like, genuinely, I really think that if they're going to bring Ben back, they're going to do it in some sort of a way that's really meaningful, really interesting, and it would just legitimately be one of the things that would get me excited about that movie, that would make me want to know more about what was going on in the galaxy at that time. What role does Ben Solo play in all of this? And I think that obviously it would connect to the dyad. Just did a big video with Geekdom about this, and we talked a lot about different aspects of the film and stuff, but also this theory specifically. And so I just think, like, number one, if they don't do this, I'm not sure what there is to get interested and excited about. But if they do it, like, hot damn. That could be pretty crazy. So, what do you guys think of that? What do you think of that? Do you hate it? Do you like it? Would you be down? I don't think Driver wanted to come back. Yeah, so that's like, I mean, I understand that bringing that up, but that's meaningless. It's meaningless to say that because, number one, actors lie all the time, and we've seen so many different examples of that. But number two, they change their mind. You know, the guy that, as far as from where I'm standing right now, the guy that was the most hesitant to come back to Disney, the guy that was the most like, I'm not going to do it, is actually John Boyega. And I bet most of you feel as though there's a better chance of John Boyega coming back than Adam Driver. So, I get that, but it's meaningless. How would you feel about Luke, long lost son he never knew about but wants revenge, and Rey needs to find a way to get Ben back because she can't beat all the lost son of Luke? Nah, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a fucking terrible idea. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be rude, and we're gonna be positive today, and we're being fucking positive, but that is a terrible, terrible idea. Don't quit your day job. Holy shit. Wow. But you know what? I can't even blame you. I can't even blame you, because you know what's on the level of that level of like horrible fan fiction? And again, I'm just kind of fucking with you a little bit, so don't get too mad, right? But you know what else is on the level of that absolutely atrocious idea you just had? Is doing the thing they did with the Darksaber in Bo-Katan. That's just as bad, dude. That's just as bad. Like, Luke had a long lost son. I can't beat him. I need to bring Ben Solo back. Like, horrible! This creature captured me and took the Darksaber, and Bo-Katan beat him, and now she has the Darksaber. I return this saber to its rightful owner. Horrible! Whew! Okay, anyway, like I said, we're being really positive. We're being anybody else have any ideas? What do you guys think? What if the survivor of Ren's Jedi slaughters the main bad guy and he wants to off Rey? That's better. That's better. That's better. What if it's Luke and Ahsoka's son? All right, now you've got me. Now you pull me back. Now you pull me back in. Yeah. I just frankly think, like, to be honest with you, I just really think this would be a great idea. And look, if you're going to go so bold as to bring back Rey, which, by the way, I got to tell you guys just a little story. I know we're being super positive today and everybody's in a really good mood, but I got to talk to you about just one little thing that happened yesterday. Yo, is Parker Thwips in here right now? Hey, yo, Parker Thwips! Are you in the tower right now? Huh? Are you around? Okay, here. Okay, I gotta tell, dude, you're gonna love this story. And also, you motherfucker. Okay, so Parker Thwips hits me up yesterday with a Mike Zero video. Okay. Oh shit, here we go. I'm airing this shit out. So he hits me up with a Mike Zero video. Okay. Now look, internet. I know things. So my first instinct is don't click this fucking video. But it's very rare that I get videos sent to me just in general, and also incredibly rare that it's a Mike Zero video. And so I thought, okay, I haven't watched Mike Zero in a long, long time. What's the deal with this video? Okay. So I watched this video, bruh. And Mike is talking about this interview with Kathy. And she's saying some outlandish shit, bro. Like, she was talking about how the fans are toxic, they need to grow up and all this shit. And I'm sitting over here getting triggered as fuck, bro. I'm just like, you know, like just being really mature and an adult about it. And it's the video's even saying shit like, she said that Rey is the most, what was the phrase? Like, not complicated, but intricate. Yeah, it's like this whole thing, right? And I'm like, bro, this is fucking crazy. And I shared on Twitter, I said, can somebody please send me the link to the article where Kathleen Kennedy says that fans are toxic and Rey is the most interesting character they've ever created, or something like that, right? Because I thought, you know, I know Mike, like, makes a lot of shit up. Or perhaps spends half his time in a parallel universe. Whatever, right? No hate on Mike. But, I was like, I just can't believe in my brain parts that he would just legitimately make this shit up. Like, because it sounded so serious. It sounded like he was like reading off of this article, reading all this. I was like, bro, there ain't no way he has stooped to the level of making up articles. Like, this dude is like prompting GPT to write him, like, write me an article of Kathleen Kennedy that will piss off every single Star Wars fan that there is. And then he's reading it as though it's like her saying it. And so so here's the thing. I share that out, right? I share that out on Twitter. And then a bunch of people are like getting all upset, right? And so then I like look it up. Because again, I was like, dude, there's no way that he would just make it up. I still couldn't believe it. I was like, dude, this article doesn't exist. I think this motherfucker literally just made this shit up. And then, so here's what happens then. I delete my tweet. And I say this. Deleted my tweet about the KK interview. I think Mike Zero literally just made that shit up. And everybody just let me have it, bro. And I guess rightfully so. But the point is, this is your fault, Parker Thwipps. And I almost hit you up last night and said, yo, I'm getting destroyed on Twitter right now. Thanks a lot, buddy. Like, yo, holy shit. Like, look at this, dude. Oh, my God, bro. Like, look at this. Like, look at this, dude. Yo, it's still going. These are the replies, bro. This is the fucking replies. Oh, no. Bro. Look at that. Hot damn, I got cooked. I got fucking cooked, bro. Whew. Anyway. Just wanted to talk about that. So, I mean, if you ever were like wondering what Mike Zero's doing these days, whew, it's all good. I'm a little tongue in cheek with you, brother. Don't actually think that I'm upset. Look, it's part of the content. It's content. But holy shit, dude, I got fucking cooked. I got turned up. Yeah, man. Whew, it was rough. Okay, so that's number 5. That's number 5. And can we all agree that this is actually an incredible rumor? And that if this happens, it might actually make that Rey movie kind of interesting? Will do, Pizza Lion. Will do. Thank you for that. Okay, so we're all excited about that. That's awesome. Now, what's Josh's 4th favorite rumor out there? Anybody? Anybody? It's actually one that I don't know. I don't think you guys are going to guess this one. But it's actually Chris Evans returning as Nomad. Oh, fuck. I mean, I don't want to. Hey, Parker Thwipps, you don't got to do all that, bro. I mean, that's nice. You know, gifting the memberships, but I wasn't trying to pressure you into that. Gonk Droid the movie, incredible rumor. I'm just gonna read one. This guy says here, really hope he did not have a tweet relating to him or believing him. LOL. Glad I missed that. Anyway. Okay, so look, this one is actually tied to Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine, okay? And it has to do with him playing, I think, multiple versions of Wolverine. And at the end of the day, man, like, Hugh Jackman coming back to Wolverine is incredible. It's one of the coolest things that we have on the slate. Deadpool 3, I think, is maybe one of the most hyped up movies that we have coming out really soon. Relatively soon, right? It's a massive deal. But there's an additional element to this story that I'm actually quite excited for, and that's the idea of Hugh Jackman playing not just one Wolverine, but multiple Wolverines, and seeing what variants of Wolverine could actually look like. There are a ton of really fun variants in Marvel Comics. I've talked to you about some of my favorite ones before. I'm just interested in seeing what are they going to do with this movie, right? What craziness could they cook up? And also, are they going to perhaps introduce the 616 Wolverine in this movie as well? I don't know. But I think the possibilities of that, and also perhaps other Deadpools, a bunch of different Deadpools and a bunch of different Wolverines, that's a pretty freaking intriguing idea. So I'm excited to see that, and I hope they do some really, really cool stuff. Yeah, X lives and X deaths would be cool to draw from. 100%, Adam. And that's what's crazy is, like, there's a lot of fun stuff happening in Marvel Comics that I think could be played off in these new movies, in these new projects. Like, they've literally been farming some really interesting ideas, you know? And they just did a new version of Wolverine that's Spider-Man. And it's the Iron Spider, but it's like the adamantium spider, and his claws come out the back like the Iron Spider. Whew! Like, that's freaking sweet, man. There's obviously Old Man Phoenix, who I would love, you know, to be a version of it. Yellow suit, more classic Wolverine, of course, would be really, really cool too. So, yeah, that's my fourth favorite rumor of all the current things. What do you think my third favorite rumor is? What do you think? What do you think my third favorite rumor will be? What book is the Spider Wolverine in? I just saw it recently. The book might not even be out. It might be like being solicited. Man, where's it at? I just saw this. I don't even know how to like Google it to get there. Andor season 3. Oh, let's go. She-Hulk season 2. Let's get it. Ezra DBZ powers. Close. Okay. It is President Red Hulk, but not just President Red Hulk, okay? And this one's kind of interesting because I can actually see a way that this goes poorly and is not actually that hyped up for us as fans. But the idea... Oh, you found it? Nice. The idea of Red Hulk being president is pretty fucking cool, man. I don't think, fully recognize how bold and how awesome that is in the storytelling. And especially because... And by the way, hopefully... Dude, if they kill this dude in the first movie, I'm going to be so pissed, bro. Like, if President Red Hulk dies, or if he's not actually president past Captain America New World Order, I'm going to be pissed. Because I love the idea of President Red Hulk, Mayor Kingpin, and these, like, more villainous or anti-hero Marvel characters being on the side of, like, the government. I think that shit will be great. Like, genuinely great and really crazy and cool, man. I think we're at a place right now where, like, Marvel needs fresh. Like, they need to, like, freshen it up. We need to get some, like, other crazy things going on. And I think this would be the perfect opportunity to do that. So, the fact that we're getting it, and it's just crazy, man. Harrison Ford in general, like, it's wild. It's wild that they got it. I remember, like, when this rumor first came out and just, like, not believing it. And just being like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, Harrison Ford really going to do it? Absurd. But they're doing it. I think it's dope. What do you guys think? Are you excited for the President Red Hulk and, like, what that could be? Or are you guys like, nah, I don't know about that? You think it'll be hyped? What if Luke had a son but decided to hide him because of his lineage and Rey is trying to find him and protect him? I get that, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it at all. And to be honest with you, like, I don't even like that. Not to go off on a complete tangent on that, but, like, I don't like this idea of, like, but what if it was really this with Luke? You know? Like, they fucked up Luke. Let's just move on. Let's just do other stuff. Oh, it's just an alternative cover? Well, that's a shame. What party do you think he'll be? What do you think? I think he'll be conservative for sure. Porgs? The fuck? I am Thunderbolt Ross. Nice. I like that. No, I didn't skip any soups. I'm going to go over all the super chats when we get into the Q&A section. We're almost there. Having Hulk in a suit in the Oval Office is going to be a hell of visual. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Like, I want them to do that and just go for it. I mean, this is the studio that literally said, we're going to kill off half the life and we're going to just have that be a thing in canon. That's a difficult thing for, like, because all the stories then have to, like, wrap their head around that. They all have to make sense of that. They have to, like, have connection with that, right? So I think having, like, Red Hulk be president would be amazing. All the projects would have that. Fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Do you think they'll have any nuance? Well, I certainly hope so. They don't, like, here's the thing. I think this is what they have to do, man. They just have to not completely vilify him. That's it. Like, if you just, like, here's what I would hope, right? When you have Captain America and Iron Man in Civil War, they both actually end up making a lot of sense. It's really hard to root for one solely and completely without seeing where the other is coming from. And I would like to see that dynamic between Red Hulk and Sam Wilson, right? That's what I would like to see, is like, you can show that obviously the lengths that Red Hulk is willing to go to are pretty fucked up. And we've already seen that, by the way. I mean, he creates Abomination. He's trying to get super soldiers, Sokovia Accords. Like, Ross, yeah, he's doing the things, right? All I'm saying is just don't completely vilify this guy. Make it make sense that you're like, well, at least from his perspective, he thinks this is what it takes to be secure. This is what it takes to be safe, you know, blah, 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 blah. So as long as they do that, then we're good. You know what I mean? But we shall see. I am a little bit more optimistic about that since Victoria Alonso is gone. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am a little bit more optimistic about how that will be handled because she's gone. And if Feige really just, you know, because there's this other kind of like thing that's going on right now, man, where I feel like Feige needs to now come out and prove to us, especially because now Victoria's gone, right? I feel as though he needs to come out and prove to us that he's still that guy and that he can do this. He can take this thing and put it right back on track, get it to be very interesting, very exciting, recapture the zeitgeist, and take us to Secret Wars. You know what I mean? He elevated her. I think that's absolutely fair, but the reports are that they've been beefing for some time and that actually the big three between Feige, Luis D'Esposito, and Victoria, they were actually clashing really, really badly over the last couple of years, right? So I think we're possibly back to a little bit more of smooth sailing. My personal impression of this is that the reason everything is being delayed is because he wants to get back to having a personal touch on all of these projects, which is, I think, a great idea. Right? So I got a lot of hope. I got a lot of hope for where we're going and how we're going to fix things. Okay, but let's talk about my second favorite nerdy rumor that's out there. What do you guys think it is? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Like a triple threat match? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Is Din actually going to die, you think? Yeah, I do. But you know what? Let's keep with today's vibe. Let's continue to be pretty positive about all of this. Din might die. But at least we had this one last really good season with him where he had a ton of great development, where he and Grogu did a lot together and were the main focus of this season. Where he wasn't turned into the damsel in distress multiple times during the show. At least we got that before they unceremoniously killed him off. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. Second most favoritist nerdy rumor. What is it? What am I excited about? Oh shit, somebody got it already. Agent Lamp. Are you looking at my notes? The New Beyond. 100% it's The New Beyond. Guys, I just gotta say, and I hope I'm not doing that thing where like I overhype something and it's not as cool as I think it's gonna be, and then like I'm really disappointed. But I have hope that this is going to be such an awesome, interesting concept that Star Wars badly is in need of. Badly in need of. I think, the current rumors, I don't want to get too spoilery on this, but the current rumors are it's going to be a pretty fascinating place with pretty fascinating things going on. And even if, let's say, we leave The New Beyond, because I unfortunately don't actually think Dave Filoni's movie is going to take place in The New Beyond. I think it takes place in the main universe. You will still have things and effects and changes made because of that location. Number one, because of the army and the soldiers that Thrawn will have. We've talked about the crazy stormtroopers being held together by magic and that rumor, right? So that idea is probably going to play a major role in the coming Thrawn conflict regardless. There are also other characters like, Night Sisters, Light Sisters, witches from the New Beyond that are also going to be serving Thrawn in this thing. And I love that idea. I'm frankly so obsessed with the idea that I want it to have something to do with possibly with James Mangold's movie and the new Rey movie. I don't know for sure. But like, what if Ben is just alive in the New Beyond? Like, what if he somehow just pops up in the New Beyond and Rey is going to leave the Jedi and the New Order and all that sort of stuff and go into the New Beyond to get him? I just think it's such a cool idea, and I'm really excited to see how it's explored in Dave's Ahsoka show, that I want the thing to be a bigger deal. Because I feel like Star Wars is a little stale right now, man. We just keep doing the same things. And I think we do need some newness. We need to put a fresh spin on an old lemon. And so I really think that would be awesome. It's my second favorite nerdy rumor that's out there. And it's a Star Wars rumor. So there you go. Ben is in the gulag. He'll be right back. Yeah, we'll see, huh? Kind of crazy how many people come back in Star Wars, but Ben Solo deserves to come back. Yeah, a lot of people come back. Yeah. I think don't bring Rey anywhere near the world beyond. Yeah, right on. Cool. Right on. There you go. Cool. Okay, what's my number one favorite rumor? What do you think? What's my number one favorite nerdy rumor? I think it's actually going to surprise some of you guys. It's a pretty all-encompassing rumor. Craig, what the fuck? How did you guys guess? It is the Battle World movies. I have it written right there. Battle World movies. Did you guys look at my shit? Are you looking at my glasses, my reflection? It's the Battle World movie / the Battle World phase. Now, it's not RDJ, Kendall, but I mean, obviously I'm hyped for RDJ to come back. I think it's incredible, but I think it's kind of a foregone conclusion. The Battle World saga, to me, could be like, it's just so much of what I loved of Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars and that whole event during that. And I would love for Marvel to do that. It's like the multiverse saga that I'm truly waiting for. And the possibilities are like endless. Like the World War Hulk movie that y'all brought up. That could be something that's happening on Battleworld. RDJ happening on Battleworld. Iron Man versus Iron Man. Tony Stark Iron Man versus 616. That could be Battleworld. X-Men. Different types of X-Men. X-Men versus X-Men. Battleworld. Craziness with like Blade and different Mephistos and friggin' the new gal who's apparently going to play Lilith or whatever. Like, awesome. Crazy stuff that's going on. Crazy stuff. So I think the Battle World, to me, when I sat down to think about this, I was like, well, what's like the thing I'm most excited for, the thing I'm most hyped for? It's the Battle World saga. That shit would be great. That shit would be great. All years away. Oh, yeah, dude. This one's actually really far away, unfortunately. But it's something that I think Marvel's actually thinking a lot about right now. You know what I mean? Like, literally right now. That's something I think they're thinking about. And I think it could be fantastic. It would be a truly incredible... A truly, truly incredible series of movies. Like, think about it. What are we talking about right now? We're talking, as far as movies for the Marvel, we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Marvels. And we had Quantumania. And to a degree, even the movies next year, even though I think they're like juicing the fuck out of those movies, like Captain America and Thunderbolts. Like, that's not really where the hype is at. The hype is in Deadpool 3. Why? Because of the possibilities, because of how absolutely fucking crazy it would be. So what if instead of movies like all those ones I just mentioned, it's World War Hulk? You know? It's Squadron Supreme versus the Beyonder. It's evil Iron Man, Civil War on Battleworld. You know what I mean? It's like the possibilities are like super hype. You could do some crazy shit on Battleworld. And that's the time period I want to live in. That's where I want to go. That's what I want to do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's my number one. That is my number one. Hey, you don't say that, Eric. I can't believe the D&D movie didn't make more money. It's a goddamn shame. Dude, you guys just don't know good cinemas. That's what it is. You guys don't know good cinemas. You don't like stories. You know, you're all really toxic and everything. That's what it is. Okay, let's get into some of these super chats, member chats. Then I'm going to do a couple of call-ins, and we're going to call it a day. And then we're going to call it a day. Yeah. Okay, so there were a couple that like were here but are like not popping up, so I don't know. That's kind of weird. Vora first in says, "Hey man, when's the OnlyFans happening? Jedi Mike said he's willing to pay top dollar. LOL. JK. Hope you're well, mate." Yeah, nah, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna do any freaking OnlyFans. You know what I mean? I thought about it. Honestly, it's like kind of hot in the office. I was literally just gonna stream naked today, but Elisa talked me out of it. She was like, "Nah, I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. I think blah 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 blah." And I was like, "All right, fine." You know what else is crazy is apparently there's like monetization via Twitter right now, right? Which frankly I should get on because I'm pretty active on Twitter and you know I get a lot of views and engagement, right? And I was like, okay, well I could do like subscriptions on YouTube or on Twitter because they're giving you 100% of what you make for the next year. But then I was like, dude, why would I do that and start this new thing and try to put new content out there? It's like, no, dude, like we're doing good. We have good content. We have good content on streams. We have good content on the videos. If you guys would like to support, the best way to support is becoming a Nerdvenger member. And you get a ton of benefits for that. And frankly, I should be talking about that more. So instead of doing this other thing and this new thing and doing all that, it was just blah, 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 blah. Okay, anyway, moving on. Fizinci. Welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now. Diamond Figs says, big R.I.P. Din, bro. Him getting captured feels like George deciding to put Han in carbonite because they didn't think Harrison Ford was coming back. Yeah, it does feel like that. I can't wait until next week. I can't wait till it's all over and then we can just discuss season 3 in totality and we can kind of talk more about what we think is actually going on with Star Wars. We'll see. We'll see. Bubblegut says, has Kathleen Kennedy's personal narrative-driven decisions been the biggest downfall of the top IP in cinematic history? Ooh, it's really hard to say. I think that's certainly part of it, right? I think that's part of it, but honestly, you know what I think Kathy's biggest downfall? If I really think about like why Kathleen Kennedy is so absolutely goddamn awful, the narrative stuff and like her putting shit into the films is a part of it. But the bigger part of it is the culture she cultivates at Lucasfilm, which allows all of these employees and all of these different people to feel as though they have the license to go out and be aggressive with fans or talk their shit or stir the pot or whatever. That's part of it, is like the corporate culture that she created with all the leaderships and thought leaders within Lucasfilm. And also just simply her inability to actually produce the stuff well. I think that's actually more of it, but it's a lot easier to like point at all the stuff that she injects into the movies and be mad about it. Sure. But yeah, no, I think she's pretty fucking awful, dude. Fizinci says, literally watched your stream and vids for almost 4 years, and now I decided to become an official Nerdvenger today. Let's go. Well, thank you, my friend. Maybe we'll see you at the Saturday morning cartoons tomorrow morning. Mr. JB gifted 5 memberships. Holy banana nut muffin, man. Thank you so much, dude. Morphonaut says, Den of Nerds is my Truman Show. What am I supposed to do when you don't stream? Read a book? I've listened to like 9 Warhammer books this year. You the best. Thanks, brother. I was thinking about hitting you up recently too, man. I really appreciate all the support, man. And I want to try to work with you on some more of that figure stuff. Caleb says, this is my last live stream. I'm a catch for a while. Starting a new job tomorrow, and it's time to start plumbing. Nerdvengers for life. Keep up the good work, brother. Well, that's awesome, man. Maybe we'll still be able to see you on some of the other streams, like maybe the Saturday morning cartoons or the Wednesday nights. But I totally get it, man. And by the way, good luck, brother. I think plumbing is a damn fine profession. Important, of course, and I think you're gonna get some buku bucks too. If you got a good gig, you should be making some buku bucks. Let's see here. Mr. Penguin says, James Gunn, nah, I don't cast my family and everything. Also, James Gunn casts his brother in Creatures Commandos, LMAO. It's a positive stream. We're trying to be hyped up and positive, so I don't want to talk about this fucking white-haired, weirdo, nepo, baby, dumbass motherfucker anymore. I don't want to... You know what I like about James Gunn? Nothing! Okay, let's keep going. Porter Shanley, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now. Welcome to the positivity stream of today. Jarshmi Sky Tickler says, is this supposed to be the end of The Mandalorian? Well, you see, when you say The Mandalorian, who are you even talking about, really? You know? Like, who... Like let's just consider that word, The Mandalorian. Jesus Christ. RF Gaming Channel says, you want to bet your hair on Din dying? I'm 1,000% he's not. They may fake us out, though. No, I'm not going to bet my hair on it, but I feel very confident that he will either die or be taken out of the picture completely. That's what I think. Poison Thera says, I want to rip the Band-Aid off and just be spoiled. I'm tired of being strung along this whole season. I feel the exact same way. If I'm going to be, you want to be real? Hang on, let me calm down just a little bit. Let me calm down just a little bit. I almost wish... Do you guys want to hear like the super sad, depressing reality? If you want me to put a pause on this otherwise very positive stream and drop some heartbreaking shit, put a 1 into the chat. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Okay, but look, now you have to accept that you have brought this upon yourself, okay? So you have to take responsibility for your actions. 2 things. This is a sad fucking truth. Number 1, I wish the episode was 20 minutes and they just did all the fucking bullshit that they're going to do and then call it a day. So we could just get that shit over with and start talking about it. Some people might see the light after they realize how goobly glob bullshit, corporate back structure, let's pull everything together. The magic's completely gone. Just fucking make it 5 minutes. Just come in, shoot Din in the head, roll credits, and get it over with. That's number 1. Number 2, and this kind of breaks my heart, but it's true. I was thinking about this last night. I really wish Dave, let me try to rephrase this. There's a part of me, I'll rephrase it. There's a part of me that genuinely wishes Dave Filoni would leave Lucasfilm. Because if he did, I could truly just move on. I could truly just stop with Star Wars. Yeah. That's the harsh truth of where I am personally at. If he was gone, it would be much easier for me to just be done. So, you brought that upon yourself. Just remember that. That's your own fault. Okay, now let's get back into the positivity. Diamond Fig says, what if Din gets his mind wiped? Mind Flare could be turned into a mindless villain for Bo to fight / try and turn. That's a way to keep Mando around without needing Pedro. Reverse crosshair situation. I suppose that's possible, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that shit, dude. How would you guys feel about that? Eric says, Bo defeats Moff with Darksaber. Armor reveals her true intentions and kills Bo. Din kills Armor. Avenge Bo. Din gets hurt and Grogu will force heal. Old Head Mike says, fellow Asmon enjoyer, check out his new reaction to woke characters. Yeah, we talked about that. Spatial Whisper, welcome to the Nerd Avengers. Diamond Fix with the 10 spot says, keeping it positive, homie. Positive, Mando will get clapped, but honestly thinking this season will end on a huge cliffhanger just to let the big wigs figure out what the fuck they want to do with Mando. Maybe. Chandler Ratliff says, if you do go to Star Wars Celebration in Japan, are you going to have a meet and greet? It would be sick to meet you. I'm going to do a meet and greet this October at New York Comic Con. I can't really plan necessarily 2 years out. I don't know what's going to be happening with Star Wars Celebration in Japan, right? But, yeah. It would be nice to meet some of you guys for sure. The Gatekeeper's Dymo, thanks for the 10, man, says, if Quantumania, Marvels, and Guardians 3 underperform, would you not agree that there's a serious problem? Not saying it's dead, but they really need to refrain from this copy-paste MCU formula. Oh, yeah, I 100% think there's a massive problem. As I just kind of stated, like, the Battle World stuff will be sick, and I think part of it is because it's fresh. It would be fresh. I think the 2024 projects are going to be more fresh. You know? But, yeah, I'm just, I absolutely think there's a problem, bro. I gotta tell you, and I don't want to. I'm not trying to be like, woe is me, okay? Because my life is still pretty fucking awesome. And by the way, I've been doing a lot of work on the comic stuff, and that's been really great. Like yesterday, I recorded like one video, and I was like out. You know, and I was like, okay, I'll just work on my comic because that's been really nice. Because, frankly, it is a very difficult time right now with Star Wars doing what it is doing, with Marvel doing what it is doing, and DC doing what it is doing. It is a difficult time for me. And I'm just trying to do the best I can and trying to, like, recognize that it's like, okay, yeah, we are kind of in a valley right now. But there are still really awesome things coming. There's still a lot of fun we can have on stream. There's still a lot of crazy things that we're going to enjoy. You know what I mean? But it is a weird time right now, you know? And so it's like difficult. I do feel very down about a lot of the things that are going on. And sometimes it's hard because I have a really emotional attachment to a lot of this stuff, right? So it's like if if it wasn't so meaningful to me, then maybe it wouldn't get me down as much, or maybe I wouldn't be as butthurt about these different little things. But like, I really care and I really like this stuff. And so when I sometimes even trying to be positive, I'll like run into something that triggers a negative feeling because I'm like, oh, like, you know, that really emotionally affects me, right? But yeah, no, I would agree with that, man. We're in a weird spot. James Smith says, maybe if Din goes out in a believable blaze of glory, it could be a beautiful end to get a heroic character, especially if John wants to do his own character from start to finish. That's a very positive way to look at it. And man, maybe. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I am open to that. I am open to that. We'll see. Shellen says, today is the 10th anniversary of my mom's passing, so I took the day off for blinkers and nerd therapy. Love being here with you guys. Take my money, Nerd Vengeance for life. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. That's probably a rough day to, you know, to have to deal with, but I think you did the right thing, just kind of taking the day, and, you know, we're here for you, man. We're here for you, bro. It'll be all good. Diamond Fix says, if Ben's back, I'd love to see him help rebuild the Jedi Order. That redemption would be dope, following in his uncle's footsteps after being betrayed. Ben is the most interesting sequel trilogy character. 100% agree with that. And I hope he gets some meaningful stuff to do. You know, I think that would be great, man. I think it would be great. Yo, what do you guys think of these not being trilogies? This is going to be in the video that I have coming out later today. But, they're not doing trilogies with any of these movies unless they're like really successful and then they want to like spin them off. Like, what do you guys think of that? Like, what do you think of that? Smart move. It's fine. Not everything has to be a trilogy. It's good. This guy skipped over my super chat. I didn't skip over your super chat, brother. I'm going through the super chats right now. Josh, should I finish Andor? Absolutely. Because sleep is very important. Better than doing episodes 10 to 12? Okay. Maybe I'm just on outside of this one. Because I strongly feel like you should commit. I don't love the idea of being like, well, we're going to do this, and if you like it, we'll do more. And I understand the other side of it, but like with Star Wars, it always felt like, nah, I'm like, this is what it is. You know? Yeah. Okay, Dominic says, make Mara Jade come into play and she and Rey fall in love through the world between worlds, and that's why she never met Luke. Okay, right on. Donnie says, if Luke gives Ahsoka the lightsaber, do you think we can see an heir of the Republic, Luke Ahsoka? Yes. Peace and Lion says, I sent you a DM on Discord about the New Beyond. Take a look when you get a chance. Thanks. Yeah, let me see. I don't see the DM, my friend. I don't see the DM. SF Nova, welcome back to the Nerd Adventures. Parker Thwips, again, thank you for doing the 5 gifted, man. It's just a funny thing that happened with the Zero thing, huh? Darth Kev says, I used to watch Zero and act like I was in a different universe. Low-key Blinkers and Mike Zero content go crazy together. I'm sure it's like required, bro, to be honest with you. Diamond Fix says, positive chat, Doja Cat will be the MCU Jean Grey. I don't really know much about Doja Cat, to be honest with you. Void, of course, says, if Luke had a son but decided to hide him because of his lineage, and Rey, us trying to find him and protect him, yeah, I just don't like that. I'm like kind of over... Like, let's, thanks, Moss. I'm kind of over, like, let's retcon it to make it so Luke is actually more important than you thought he was when we were making the movies in which he was not important. You know? Like, just tell new stories. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I understand, though. Diamond Fix says, positive chat, DJ Khaled as MCU Ben Grimm. Another one. Was it? Could he combine Clobbering Time with another one? And be like, it's clobbering another one? Travis Adams says, Thrawn takes out Ahsoka and Luke's baby turns Luke into Jake Skywalker. Maybe. Mike says, just saw Harrison Ford in the show Shrinking and he killed it. Highly recommend. Can't wait to see him in the MCU. Yeah, I've heard that show is pretty fucking incredible for sure. Dr. Cool says, the Luke in the sequel trilogy was Luke, but he didn't know it. Ah, shit. Maybe. Mr. Lucky says, yo, Josh, I want to say I love the streams and the content. Keep it up, brother. Please tell me you've seen that Miss Story bath scene on Demon Slayer. Oh, yeah, I saw it. I was about to walk out of the theater when I saw it in the theaters, and then they pulled that shit up, and I was like, titties! And sat back down. You know, just because I'm feeling real fucking wily, I will say that I had this thought the other day, and I want to see if I want to see what you guys think of this, okay? So I've been thinking a lot about, like, Western media versus Eastern media. We've been watching a lot of anime recently. Elise and I have been really loving a lot of anime. And one thing I noticed was it at a time when a lot of Western media wants to like desexualize, wants to, I don't know. I think maybe that's just the right word, right? They don't even want the M&Ms to be sexy. You know what I mean? The Japanese stuff and the Eastern stuff, bro, they are not afraid to put that shit on full. They want titties. So is it possible that literally the big difference, the reason Eastern media is taking over Western media is because of boobs? Like, I don't know. Like, there's a part of me that, like, nah, it can't be that. It can't just be that. But let's just kind of take a step back and understand that sometimes it really ain't that deep. And what if it's literally just as simple as boobs? Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, is that a crazy take? Is that a crazy take to be like, you know why anime is beating Western media? Boobs. Is that crazy? I think we cracked the code, man. I think we figured it out. That's on YouTube, chat. Just gonna be honest. Chipawee says, do you think Red Hulk will have Rhodey as his right-hand man and is the first line of defense when Kang attacks? Maybe make Rhodey off Nick Fury. Yeah, I think that actually I do actually think that could be going on, and I'm excited to see how that actually works. Like, what is going to be the defense? I would hope that the Thunderbolts and the Avengers and other teams would all show up to try to work together and to stop Kang. Tim O'Brien says, you don't say that, Josh. Keep up the awesome content /work, Josh. Love you, man. Thank you so much, Tim. I really appreciate that. Diamond Fix says, positive chat. Mara Jade portrayed by Demi Lovato. I don't know about that. Positive chat. She-Hulk replaced by Green Sock Bucket with googly eyes, voiced by Kim Kardashian. You're on a roll. You're on a roll, brother. Locationary says, hot take. I want to see Marvel movies in different style, like DC has done with Dark Knight, Joker, and Batman. Are you talking about boobs? Tim O'Brien, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. Julian Ness says, surprise and/or season 2 rumor didn't make the cut. Good one. Din getting mind flared worse than death? I don't know, man. I feel like the mind flare thing is like, I don't know. I don't think that's the way they're going to do it. But we'll see. What about Brie Larson? Okay, look, I wasn't going to bring this up. But now you guys you did this. Hey, yo. So, if I were to think of redeeming qualities of Brie Larson, and if I were to think of outfits she wears after controversies happen, when I search my memory banks to think of some big old redeeming qualities for Brie Larson, I draw a blank. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, moving right along. John says, people's online saying The Mandalorian was never Din's show. Were they never saying that in season 1 and 2? Disney conditioned us to think Din isn't it anymore. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. I think that's so fucking crazy. People are like, dude, it was never really about Din. The show's the same. It's actually was always like this. I'm like, bro, are we just on different planets? Like, what's going on here, man? You know, like, it's a tough one. The copium in the Star Wars community, whew, it's strong. James Heaton says, cool idea. In the Rey movie, she travels to Mandalore and meets an elderly Bo-Katan and says, I've heard the rumors of a Mandalorian Jedi. In walks Grogu with his armor and with Yoda's lightsaber. Man. James, I don't hate it, but I kind of fucking hate it. I don't know, man. Like, I'm fucking over Grogu, and now it's just like, oh, we're going to put Grogu in this thing because it's going to be real fucking cool. Like, let me ask you guys a question, serious question, and I can absolutely acknowledge, like, let's just be 100% real about something. My brain is mashed potatoes. I'm on the edge. I'm on the fucking edge. Okay? So, you're looking at toxicity, derangement, insanity, crazy times. That's what's going on. So you tell me, chat, you be my fucking lifeline. Grogu in the Rey movie, good or bad? W or L? Tell me. Let me know. I don't even know what's up and down anymore. Okay, W bad, W L, L L L L dub, L L L dub dub. LL dub. All right, we need to go to the polls. This is too close to call. This is too close to call. Boom. There you go. You let me know. RJ Phyllis says, happy Friday, Josh. Love the streams. Random, but Shang-Chi was a great rewatch. Thanks again for whomever gifted me a membership last Friday. What a great community. MTG pre-release tonight. Nerd Ventures for life. Yeah, I'm going to a pre-release tomorrow. I'm actually pretty excited. Both myself and Elise are both going to be able to play, which is so cool, you know? So, yeah, I'm excited for that. And also, yeah, Shang-Chi is great. It's one of the best things in Phase 4. I really, really like that movie. And I like it more and more the more I watch it. Okay, Czech Republic says, Josh, percent chance on Hayden being Silver Surfer. I would love for Hayden Christensen to be Silver Surfer. I've heard nothing about it, though. Let's give it a 13%. Carl says, I actually no longer care about Grogu or Din. Well done, Lucasfilm. Mandalorian Season 4. Reylo return hype is real. A man of quality tastes. Yeah, it is kind of weird how they did that, though, Carl, huh? Jensen says with the 10 spot, there was never a second spy. The title, The Spies, refer to the Mandalorian scouting the planet. Think of Bible story where Joshua sent spies to scout the promised land, Israel. Yeah, so I think, and a lot of people put this together, but it is all those Mandalorians that were on that planet and the armor herself are all just working for Gideon. That's what it is. So the reason the armor went up there with all the wounded is because they're not wounded. They're gonna go mess them up there. You know, that's what I think is happening anyway. Mosmos says Star Wars and Star Trek are messing up. Someone give me good pew pews. Hot D Dune, you're my only hope. Yeah, I'm excited for both of those projects. Like I say all the time, we're hopefully turning the ship around. But yeah, it's been rough for me, to tell you. Ellen Propaganda says Dave Filoni works so much on cartoons that he doesn't have what it takes to do serious live action stories. Mando is a cartoon story in live action. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. DJ says, I like positive Josh, but come back now. Anger gives you focus and makes you stronger. Just kidding. Well, we've had our fair share of, a little bit. Hey, you don't say that, Ryan. Facts. Too many explanation points. Look, DJ, I appreciate you, and at the end of the day, I'm losing my mind live on stream. Just like that's what you guys like, right? Is that not why you are here? Are you not entertained? Because I'm losing my finger-licking mind right here, right now, live on stream for you. So there you go. Star Wars Academy says, really been enjoying your recent content, Josh. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What if Mando gets mind flared and comes back as a Winter Soldier type assassin, new black armor Beskar, killing foundlings and fighting Bo Grogu? Yeah, I don't know about that, brother. That would be rough. So positively done with the Skywalkers. Lucasfilm needs to focus on a different story in a positive manner. There you go, Jarshmi Stickler. Diamond Fig says, Tig ol' redeeming qualities is why the media in the East is beating the West. Right on, man. Shadow Realm BG says, hey, Josh, if Dave movie is going to be the endgame of Mandoverse, what's the point of killing one of the main characters they've created? Much love. Bro. What are you looking for? What are you looking for out of this answer? You're looking for some reason? You're looking for some logic? You're looking for something that makes sense? Well, it's Kathleen Kennedy's Lucasfilm, motherfucker, so don't be looking for any of that shit. You know why this is happening? Because it's all fucking mess behind the scenes. And if they do kill Din Djarin off, you know why they did it? Because they don't want him in the movie. It's not a Mandoverse movie. It's Filoni's movie. I don't know. Maybe they won't kill him off. Maybe they'll work it out. Maybe he'll still be the big main character. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Can we do some call-ins now? Would that be okay? Can we do a couple call-ins? Would you guys be cool with a couple call-ins? Okay, if you're a member, I just started up the stage in the Nerd Ventures only wing of the tower. So come on in. Brian says, just wanted to be positive too. Love your content videos. You're right about Orihime boobs and a live stream basically every day. Much love. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's get some of these people in here. Leon. And let me turn that off. Let me turn this up. Leon. You are on the call where I'm bringing you on. I think you might have to click a button. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I got you, man. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, my dude? I just wanted to say I love everything you've been doing. I've been wanting to get on the call for a hot minute. It's just been a while, but I love the community, and yeah, it's pretty much it. I just want to say what's up. You know, what's
I
going
really
on?
appreciate it,
And
man. Thank you. Yeah. No, thanks. Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. I appreciate the community, and so yeah, it's hella cool, man. Thanks so much.
Yeah. You know what? What are like the top 5 things you want to see out of Ahsoka?
Top 5 things out of Ahsoka?
Not her, the show.
Right,
Yes.
right. Okay, yeah, no, I can come up with some things. I mean, obviously, like the new Beyond is really hyped. I can't wait to see like what Ezra's going to be doing. You know, he's got these like new force power / karate stuff, so I'm pretty hyped up to see that. I'm really curious about this character. Yeah, I'm really curious about this character Enoch. Okay, and like this bodyguard that Thrawn has, and this like gold face like dude or whatever. I'm really interested in that. I want to see those zombie, stormtroopers or like whatever the heck that is. And then I want to see Jason Sandela, man. I want to see Kanan's kid.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, after like listening / reading Death Troopers, honestly, I want some zombies in Star Wars because that book was crazy scary. But I was loving it though. I'm all for the horror.
Yeah.
But I agree. Honestly, I want to see a little bit more of I don't want to see people die, but I want to see more of the fighting that what was his name? Paz Vizsla?
Yes.
The guy who just died?
Yeah.
I want to see more of that kind of fighting.
Yeah.
That was actually kind of crazy. He got so messed up by those
it was cool. Again? Yeah, the Praetorians, yeah.
Yeah, the Praetorian guards. Like I was just like, yeah, that I want to see more of that in Star Wars. Some more combat like that. And yeah, especially with Ezra learning more kung fu and stuff.
Oh hell yeah!
As a big fan of old kung fu movies, I want to see it.
Absolutely, man. I think it would be pretty epic and also fresh. You know what I mean? And just feel a little bit new and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. Look, that show and Filoni in general is like one of the only things that's like keeping me through this. You know what I mean? So, hell yeah, I'm excited for it, and I'm expecting it to be real good. You know?
I'm hoping for it because I've already told my girl. I've said it out loud everywhere else. If they really mess up Ahsoka, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah.
Because Ahsoka's probably one of my top 3 favorite characters, and dude, if they mess up her show, I might end up giving up on Star Wars. But I can't.
I know. Dude, same. And I get you because it's like they keep like pulling me back in, and I don't want to hate it, but I'm also really frustrated with where it is. So yeah, I get it.
I'll be like Theory. I only think about 1 through 6, and that's it.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
That's all I think about.
Yep. All right, brother. Absolutely. Well, I'm going to take you out of here. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much.
Nah, no problem. It's fun to be on. Hope you have a good day, bro.
Thanks, man. You too, brother. All right, let's get Vito in here. Vito!
Yo, can you hear me?
I got you, man. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? I just want to say what's up. I'm over here just roaming through the city, getting stuff, and I don't know, everything's so blah. Like, I started looking at Star Wars stuff, and I started talking to people. I'm just so disappointed, bro. You know, like, yeah, I really like Bo-Katan. She's fine as hell, but like, when it comes down to it, this shit is so boring, bro. It's so mediocre. Like, that last episode was really mediocre. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. If someone says that they love the episode so much, you know, I'm not going to say names because I don't want to call anybody out. But let's say it's like, oh, this episode was a 9, or they always say this episode is a 9. If everything is great and everything's positive, you can't grade. Like, I'm thinking figure skating grading. Like, if you ever have that one bite pizza guy, like the guy who goes around and eats pizzas, and he's like, hey, this pizza's a 6. You know what I mean? You can't give every pizza a 9 out of 10. Because that's why they keep giving us shit. Because they keep giving us shit. And all these people are like, oh, yeah, it's great. I love it. But they love everything. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like,
I know what you mean. I think, I think for me, the thing that's tough about that is that I also feel, though, that they have to be getting the feedback. Like, it's one thing that like Lucasfilm comes out and like says all this stuff at Celebration and all that, right? But then there are like reports that come out that they're like, oh, well, like, damn, they really do understand it, or oh, they really know that they need to change this, that, second, and the third. And it's like, I feel like they're getting the most feedback that they've ever gotten, and I still just don't see any changes. So it's like tough because you're kind of arguing that like this is the reason we're continuing to get this stuff, and I am arguing, bro, more people than ever are being like, nah, fam, and we're still getting this stuff. So I just don't know, like, what is the solution?
That's my next point. Why is Ray back, bro? Like, I like, to be honest, we all know it's Kathleen Kennedy's dream to just bring Ray and make her the big thing. I mean, if y'all like Ray, so be it. It is what it is. But it's easy to find a character everyone loves. It's right here, right here. So it's easy to find a character everyone loves, like Vader, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Even he was good. Yeah, the show may not be as good as but why? Why? People look back, they're doing this for what? For fights?
Yeah. You're breaking up a little bit on me, bruh. You're breaking up. You're breaking up on us. Where'd you go? Can
you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're breaking up a little bit, brother.
Sorry, I'm not the cab. My bad. Yeah, bro. So someone who watched Star Wars religiously every single day. I'm 36. You know what I mean? I just turned 36 last week. And I was sitting there looking at my life like, I've been in love with Star Wars since 1998.
Right.
And it's getting to the point where, to be honest, man, maybe it's just not for me anymore.
Yeah.
Like, is that the thing? Like, I remember when I was 13 and 14 and loved the prequels. Is this what's happening? Is it just not for me anymore?
Yeah, dude, trust me, I get you, brother. Let me. I'm gonna take you out of here, and I'll address this a little bit. All right.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
man.
One love. Appreciate you, and also hope you're doing well. Stay safe out there, man. This Vito be going crazy out there. Yeah, look, I have a lot of empathy for that, and it's one of the look. It's tough, man. I don't like I said. I'm trying to be, as positive as I can be, but I'm like just literally. It's just so fucking hard, man. I don't know what to do when it comes to Star Wars because there's a big part of me that's like, I just want to stop. I don't want to stop. I want to get positive about this other stuff, and I want to just talk about the stuff that I'm excited for. But it's like. It's tough because there is still Ahsoka, there is still Dave, there is still the possibility that all this stuff is going to be really, really good. I think where I get the most frustrated by is like, I just can't understand why we lost Victoria Alonso at Marvel, which by the way seems like a net positive move. It seems like that's actually going to end up being good. But it's crazy that like she's gone, but Kathleen Kennedy is still there. So it's like really hard for me to like want to root for this company or participate in these things. And I know it's even like there's just so many layers to it because a lot of people and the feedback that I personally get is like you're toxic or you're negative and all these different things. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm being that way because the shit fucking sucks. And I'm a massive fan and I feel like this is garbage. So I don't know what the move is. It's like there's a part of me that wants to just shut up and walk away completely. And then like leave it to the people that think Kenobi was a good show. Like, dude, you're good. Like if you're the type of person that like Kenobi, you're the mark. You're exactly who Lucasfilm wants to be watching their shit, right? And I don't know, man. I don't really know. It's just it has not been fun covering Star Wars. And this season of Mandalorian fucking sucks. And it's like, at what point? Oh man, Vito, you see, like this is the thing. Like you're getting me all fired up because it's like, bro, how many shows have to be dog shit before we like this lady literally destroyed legacy characters via the sequels. They just destroyed Boba Fett. They just destroyed Kenobi and Anakin. Everything, and they have this hit show, this one shining thing in Mando, and now look at what Mando is. So it's like, at what point are we going to be like, we've had all kinds of misses. All this shit really sucks. Wow. Like, when is it going to change? So that's on you, Vito. Thanks a lot for that. Chillin', bringing you on. And I'm just going to do one more after this, guys, okay? Chillin'.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
I got you, man. What's going on?
Oh, not much. Like I said, little nerd therapy. Bought a 6-pack of pre-rolls. I'm on my second one, so
there you go.
We're smoothing it out.
Smoothing it out.
So, yeah. So to what you were just speaking about. Wait a minute. Never mind. So first of all, for a little perspective, I grew up on both Trek and Wars, and concurrently, Picard season 3 is running at the exact same time as Mando, week for week.
Right.
I'm watching both. It's fucking smashing the Mandalorian right now. For anyone who watches both, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, it's like utterly smashing it, and they're doing it with a lot of nostalgia, but they're doing it better. Much better. Like this
that's what I've heard. I've heard this season is much better, and I think Robert Meyer Burnett's been talking a lot about that, like trying to kind of champion this season. So,
yeah, but it's just also I've been watching the Nielsen's. Remember how Mando was in number 5 after the premiere? Well, it done dropped a spot for the second episode.
It did. I think though the week 3 numbers are actually looking much better. I think that it's gotten up a little bit in viewership number, and I think that it's possible it'll gain a little bit more of that viewership back. But that's like not even. I mean, that's one metric, and it is what it is. But like my metric is like, this shit sucks. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just really not. It's not good. It's not what it was.
I mean, this season, percentage-wise, had more filler than Bad Batch. Like, honestly, Bad Batch season 2 murdering Mando season 3. And,
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Disney animation, but it's still not quite the way it should go. They should be running Power, or Mando should be a bit better, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you, man. It's a tough one, and it's like I get it, and I'm trying to do the best I can as far as like trying to lead the community forward and like do what we can. But it really just feels like it's just not a good time. It's not a good time, and yeah, man, I'm trying to do the best I can, and I'm gonna we'll get through the next episode and we'll put our sights on Ahsoka, and I think we'll have a small reprieve. But it's like we all thought Mando was gonna be that reprieve, and I remember talking to Theory, I remember talking to the audience a lot, and I said, what happens if Mando is not it? And yet that's what's happening, and it's just like, damn, like how many of these are we gonna go through? It's pretty crazy. And as much as like the Acolyte seems cool, bro, they need to stop every single person that is doing interviews from the Acolyte. They need to stop all of that shit, because every time somebody opens their fucking mouth that talks about the Acolyte, I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like so infuriating, dude. It's crazy.
Like they're still baiting.
Yeah.
They're still out there baiting, and they need to knock that shit off. Because like really when it comes down to it, like you were just saying, you're finding the most recent Star Wars to be bullshit. But here's why those who call you a grifter are completely fucking wrong. You're just calling it like you see it. I do the same fucking thing. I will, if it's praiseworthy, like for example, the last episode that was like the Jack Black and Lizzo episode, I praised what was praiseworthy, which was the last 10 minutes of the show. That was it. The rest of it was poop. But I give credit where credit's due. You give credit where credit's due. That is the difference between you and, say, well, we all know who the true grifters are out there for the most part. On both ends.
Yeah.
Both the negative and the positive end are quite full of grifters. So, and it sucks because those of us in the middle get shit on from both sides, even though we're the ones that are just being like, yep, that's cool. Sweet. Thanks for that. Please remove that shit from my site, though. It's it should be.
Yeah, man.
Personally.
Yeah, brother. No, I totally get you. It is tough to sort of be in the middle and take shots from both sides for sure.
Oh well. We just stay the course as true nerd.
We stay the course. That's what we got to do. All right, brother. Look, I'm going to take you out here. I appreciate the call. I hope that the rest of your day goes chill, man. Take it easy today.
You too, man. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Be well. All right, one more, guys. We're going to bring in Darth Revan. And you know what? I told you guys we were trying to be positive today, and I understand we're all a little down, but holy shit. Y'all just keep dragging me down into the depths. Let's talk about the good stuff, Friday. Darth Revan.
What's up? What's up?
What up, man? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Just taking a break at work to talk here.
Nice. Well, what's on your mind? What are you thinking?
Oh, a lot of stuff, actually, man. I mean, been agreeing with a lot of the stuff you're saying on stream and a lot of what all the other nerd Avengers have to say. I am honestly at the point where, I know I said this last time I called in, but I am 100% just praying that Ahsoka does phenomenal, because like everybody else seems to be on the same page as me. We're all hanging on our last thread. Like this is Ahsoka's our own.
Yeah, man. And I mean, luckily the buzz on it is really good, and the trailer was really strong. I think it's, I think we're going to be able to hang our hat on that show. And I think it's going to be a really, really positive thing for the fan base. The only problem is like we roll right into some other stuff that maybe not so much. So if Ahsoka can be that big, crazy, awesome thing, then a lot of people like you and me, we can sort of point at that and be like, dude, like more of that. Like that's what would set things right. And then all we can do is just hope and pray that they listen or get the message, right?
And I've also noticed, because the rest of my family's I would consider normies.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had a Easter outing whenever that was, at my grandpa's, and I was talking to my uncle and my sister and whatnot, and they all are on the page of, oh, we love Kenobi. Oh, that's just lovely. Parts
Yeah.
of Kenobi are great,
Yeah.
but most of the show sucked.
Yeah. That's tough, dude.
I
It
don't
is
know,
tough, right? Like you hear that and it's like, man, like if that, and that kind of goes in, I think what Vito was saying, where he's like, well, if mediocre stuff gets rewarded, then they're never going to learn. But I'm actually surprised that they didn't just greenlight season 2. That actually shows maybe a little bit more of an understanding of what actually happened than I would have given them credit for. So yeah, it's tough, man. I don't know what the answer is, bruh.
Oh, I suppose I have one more thing.
Hit me.
What's your, I don't know if I caught this in yesterday's or whatever the last stream was, but what's your feeling on Grogu's little Iron Man gig?
Dude, it's all right. You know, it's like a cute little Grogu thing. I think that a lot of those things used to be pretty enduring, and I like them, but I think that they were like the icing on the cake. I truly think that there was just a much better show that existed, and that was just one element. And it's funny how things can really fall apart so much, because I just see now, I see it completely differently, where it just feels like, and I don't know, man, I think part of it is probably just me being like jaded to it all, right? But like what was once like a fun, interesting thing with like the knob that he kept undoing, and that whole bit that then gets paid off when he holds it in the Force powers with Grogu and all of that. It just felt like there was more care, and it was an actual organic story, where now it just feels like, oh yeah, we're going to do this cute Grogu thing, and then we got to have a cute Grogu scene, so we like got to figure it out. So it's not terrible. It did make me chuckle. It made me laugh. I hope he's not permanently in that thing, because that's a little bit weird. But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, it made me laugh, but it seems a little bit redundant. I mean, he just spent, quote, 2 years training with Luke. Why don't we show that off a little bit? I mean,
I know, right?
hell, Yoda, I've been saying this, I've been dying on this hill. Yoda, by the age of 100, was a full-trained Jedi Knight, and Grogu is still cooing?
Yeah.
How can he not even utter single words here and there yet? Like, he needs to grow up a little bit. I'd love to see what they do with Grogu in the future, but right now, it's just honestly getting old.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree, man. And I think that, you know, at the end of the day, it could be as simple as John had this incredible ending for Grogu, and he was going to just be with Luke until brought back for something significant. And Kathy was literally like, no, bring him back. And when you're forced to bring a character back and you don't actually have a good story for how that will work, you just go through the motions and you play the old hits. And the reason it's not hitting the same way is because it doesn't come from a place of storytelling. It's a very corporate decision. You know what I mean?
For sure. Just get KK out and let us all be rejoice in happiness.
Yes, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great for sure?
Her.
Yeah, I'm I'm sure you already know this, but yeah, I'm in the same boat for sure, brother.
And just watching her speak, like every interview at Celebration, she just didn't even look happy or like wanting to be there. Like she looked irritated almost.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's exactly right. It's an unpleasant person.
Why?
Yeah, she's an unpleasant person, and it's an unpleasant experience. And that the whole thing is unpleasant right now. Again, it is mind-blowing to me. I think that it should, like, I don't know what it's going to take for them to realize that this is going on. And they literally just think that people like you and I that feel this way are just, like, toxic or whatever. It's just like, oh, my God. What a crazy cycle to be on. What a crazy cycle to be on. You know what I mean?
To say the least, yeah.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Well, I'm going to take you out of here. Thank you. And appreciate you, man. Really do.
All right. Take care, man.
Take care, man. All right, I'm going to end the stage for now. You know what, guys? Like, I thought we were... did we not say we were doing, like, a positive stream and everything like that? Like, what the hell's going on? I thought we had positive vibes. We're doing positive things all positive day. What the hell? Sheesh. Okay, couple more super chats. I'm going to get on out of here, okay? Thoughts on X-Men 97 getting delayed? God damn it. I mean, kind of sucks. Elijah says, wanted to say thanks to the Nerdvengers. I see your positive comments when you see the animations, and it really makes my day. Again, thank you for the kindness. For sure, man. Elijah, you do great work. And I saw your email about how I'm basically screwing it up by just putting the whole thing out there, and we got to tinker it. We'll get that done. Criticism is necessary, but the negative headspace caused depression and low T in your experience. How do you keep your mental good while doing your job? Some days it's easier than others. Today was not an easy day. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's like a struggle. To be honest with you, there was a part of me that really didn't want to stream today. I just didn't want to. But I felt like I owed it to everybody, and I felt like we could still try to have a good time. So, I tried to do like the rumor thing so we could at least talk about some other stuff. Some days it's easy, man. Some days it's not. Yesterday was a good day because I really just focused on like my comics, and I was like, man, fuck all this shit. This is for the birds. All these corporations are fucking this all up. Maybe I'll just do it myself, right? And that was a good vibe for sure. There's other days where like I can kind of keep it in check a little bit more and just try to have fun with it, and that's also helpful for sure. So yeah, I think a combo of those. Joyab says, is Grogu going to be in the Rey movie? He needs to be a Dark Mandalorian Jedi that is trying to accomplish something. That way Rey is trying to circumvent because it's a little bit too dark. That would be kind of interesting. I don't know, man. We'll see. Justified says, it's crazy how anybody with a track record of KK would be let go in any other job, but still being given more chances is crazy to me. Anyways, Nerdvengers for life. It is one of the greatest mysteries of this simulation we're in. I still don't get it. Blockwriter says, I hope they beef up the writing and have more male leading heroes. Find out the Acolyte is centered around another leading lady is disappointing. Yeah, the Acolyte's going to be really interesting to watch develop over the next couple of years. It seems like maybe just par for the Kathleen Kennedy course. We'll see. The real Jesse Lee Reed says, Josh, you're not toxic. I'm not toxic. KK is toxic. And Raylo stands simping for garbage movies are freaking toxic. Maybe we're all toxic, bro. Maybe we're all just toxic people living in a toxic world, having toxic conversation and eating and drinking toxic food and all of that. Look at this poll, man. Grogu in the Rey movie. We're 50-50 on this. We're 50-50 on this. Oof, that's rough. Guy just said Acolyte is going to be bad because a woman is the main character. So toxic, LOL. Man, Mega Chris. If I had, I mean, honestly, bro, I'm just going to ignore that shit. It's that kind of like derivative thinking, though. You know? Where like literally people just think that's what's going on. It's like the same attitude of like, all these people hate Kathleen Kennedy because they're sexist. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I need a vacation. I need a vacation. I'm planning one. That's it. I'm planning one. I'm out of here. Much love to you all. I appreciate everybody except Mega Chris. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, except you, Mega Chris. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Whew, I gotta tell you, that was a tough one there. Just like really genuinely frustrating. And I was just like trying to just keep it all together. I think we did a fairly good job, but man, it's like real frustration. Like just real frustration, guys. Why does it have to be like this? It will be pretty great to be past all of this and to be hopefully having more awesome, fun stuff to talk about. So, yeah. All right, everybody. Open up your third eye and wash out your stinky butt. And I'll see you later on. Fuck you, Mega Chris.